Let me tell you a story.
Welcome to My Skeptical Sister.
I'm Megan, the skeptical one.
I'm Erin the Believer. How's your week going?
Well, I survived a 5-year-old's birthday party.
Oh, yes. So did I.
It was, yeah, good job. Good job. I had to plan it and prepare for it and live it all day. You got to be like the nice guest that's like, okay, my kids have been done. We're leaving. And I'm like, oh my gosh, take me with you.
That's true.
Wait, it's my kid's birthday and she's having the time of her life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But I
you had-
survived.
You had to take her home and she was still excited about it.
Oh, and the amount of gifts, like next year, and it's too late. I think I've already ruined them. Like, I wish we were those parents. We had started off those parents that were
Oh.
like, no gifts. We just like you to donate to da 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 da.
I know. I know.
That's so smart.
It's so smart. Who were these people? Like that trend happened just like a few years after.
Mhm.
There's no excuse for you because I had
No, I
kids for a
should have
long
done
time.
it. Yeah.
But like right after all my kids got used to gifts, they were like,
Mhm.
you know what, instead? I'm like, what? That's way better.
Right. It is way better. But how do you get your kids on board with that?
No, you have to never let them know the joy of presents. And
Never
that
let them
sucks.
know. I know. Whoops. I already did.
I know. I would love to do that for Christmas too.
Oh, it'd be so
Like,
nice.
even if you just said, okay, if your kid is listening, turn it off because we're going to talk.
Why? They should not be listening.
Yeah, that's true. Turn it
Why
off
is your kid
regardless. But, just in case, I wish Santa brought one gift.
Yeah.
And that way,
Mhm.
there's no, like, I can tell my kids it's going to be a tighter Christmas this year.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes sense to them. But if they could be like, but
Yeah,
what about Santa?
Uh-huh.
You have nothing to do with Santa. And you're like, well, shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm almost out of that though.
Yeah, yeah. Or I just wish also, like, if I could go back in time, again, not too long ago, but I messed it up already, and just focused everybody on experiences. Like
Yeah.
we get tickets to things or we go do stuff,
Yeah.
but forget all the material shit. I mean, the amount of little knick-knacky things my dogs have already chewed up is incredible. Like they are so pumped. They feel like they had a party.
Yeah.
Barbie no Barbie lasts more than 10 minutes in my house with both of her feet.
Yeah.
They get mangled and chewed up, and it just becomes part of the narrative, but
Builds
it's
character.
still sad. Yeah.
For your child and for Barbie.
Right, right.
I will say that your daughter, as soon as she blew out her candles, said, I wish for a unicorn. And then guess what? I gave her a unicorn picture.
Close, but if you really listen to the video, she actually said, I wish for unicorns to be alive.
Oh, well, shit. Megan,
Sorry.
rain on my parade. Nobody ever needed to know that. I was like, I did it.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know if it's going to be coming alive or not, but we'll see. You believe in fairies and all that jazz.
No, I don't believe in unicorns.
I mean, fairy unicorns, fairies exist, unicorns exist, right?
no, that's ridiculous. We would have seen a unicorn by now.
I just like how somebody mentioned as soon as she said her wish was for a unicorn to come alive. Somebody was like, if you tell your wish out loud, it will be ruined. Or and I'm like, it won't come true. I'm like, well, good thing that was her wish. Like, and also
That's what's stopping it.
spoiler, even if she says that out loud, it ain't coming true.
That's why you shouldn't invite kids to these things.
Right? They're so dumb.
Just little annoying. Just want to flick them.
Flick them away. Get out of here.
And then maybe like instead of have it at Malibu Jack's where it's loud, just have it like
it was awful.
out at like a outdoor cafe.
Well, it's February, right? With wine.
Oh, the heater.
Oh,
It'd
yeah.
be nice. Those little. I guess that's not what she wanted, but it sounds delightful.
It does. It really does sound way better than what we just had to go through. And I will say there is a little silver lining here because you know how you bring all the balloons home
Yeah.
and they're just so annoying because they're in the house, they're everywhere, they're floating around. They don't ever want them to go away.
Yeah.
And you're like, let's just get rid of these balloons. But she's so excited to have them. As I was leaving tonight, I was like, hey, can we get rid of these balloons? Like half of them are already deflated. No, Mom, no, I love them. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay, well, they're making your room so junky. But then my brilliant 12-year-old husband, I feel like this is only a 12-year-old would think of this, but he was like, hey, I got an idea. You want to hear my voice do something real funny?
I was gonna say we did helium with all of our balloons this weekend.
Ah, there you go. Well, as I'm leaving, constant belly rolling. Miles thought it was the funniest thing he had ever seen. I mean, I guess he's never heard of that happening before. And
Yeah.
it was like magic. And you know how that kid gets when he thinks something is incredible. I mean, he could not stop laughing. He thought it was the funniest thing ever. And it was funny. But,
Yeah.
you know, I knew what to expect. But I got to say, when Miles did it, It was hilarious. Like it had me almost peeing my pants because his little voice sounded so weird on it. It
Yeah,
almost
he's
like
got such a deep little gravelly voice.
yes, and for it to get it was deep and gravelly, but then it got like just so many octaves higher, but still gravelly. I was like, okay, now that is really funny. So it's fun to be a kid again, and teach your kids to suck gas out of balloons to get high.
Yeah,
I guess.
I mean, it's a tiny amount. We're not
Tiny
buying the
amount.
machine.
Right yet.
It just took a turn.
I mean, if it keeps them entertained. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't anybody call CPS on me. It's just a joke.
I just went to Party City store for their closing like blowout sale because they're about to close. Actually, they did.
Well, girl, where was that info before I threw this big expensive party?
You would not have found anything you needed.
Okay.
They were like very empty by the time I went, but everything was 95% off.
Dang.
And Sophie turns 16 in April.
Oh, that's right.
So we went, and before they took off everything, my bill was $254. You want to take a guess on what it was after?
Oh my gosh, everything was 95% off.
Yeah.
200. Gosh, that's a lot of math. I feel like that meme where it's like all the numbers are going like beautiful mind.
Yeah. Just guess higher so it sounds.
I'm going to guess 150.
It was $14.
Holy cow, I went way really bad at math. I also knew it was probably way lower, but I wanted you to like get that moment. Don't you hate when you like
Kevin,
set somebody up and they
Yes.
go way low?
Kevin guessed $16. And I was
That's
like,
because he's good at math,
it's
Aaron.
$14, you jerk. I was so mad at him. So
Oh,
good job.
You're welcome. You're welcome. That's
Yeah.
what I'm here for. That's incredible, though.
I know. We got tablecloths. We got little balloon
Nice.
arches that we're going to have to blow up. But
Of course.
we got all kinds of little stuff.
I think I have like a balloon blower up at work that we can borrow.
I've got a little balloon blower upper, a little pump.
Look at you. Yeah,
I
a little
know.
pump. Oh, nice.
I
That
know.
is so cool.
I mean, you should bring yours and I'll bring mine because it's going to be a lot of balloons.
That does sound like a lot of balloons. And this is all going to be at Dad's house, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Like, Dad needs to go somewhere. He needs to
I
plan
know.
like like a trip somewhere.
Sophie was like, "Do you think G-Pop will want to stay there?" I was like, "At
Yeah.
his house?"
Yeah, he's a creature of habit. He's definitely, and he's going to try to micromanage.
Oh yeah. She said. I said at his house. She said, "Yeah, like at night though. Like he can be at the party, but then when it's time for bed, do you think he's going to stay there?" I'm like, "Yes."
Yep, he's
I'm
going to be sitting in his chair, Soph.
I'm not kicking the man out of his house. That's crazy. It's nice that he's letting us have it there. I'm not going to be like, by the way, if you could please go take a hotel and maybe take your dog with you. No, I'm not going to say that. Sorry. You wanted it here. You
Oh
get
my
G-Pop
gosh.
and Lizzie.
Oh, I didn't even think about
I know it's going to
Lizzie.
be nuts with Lizzie, but here we
Oh,
go.
that's going to irritate her so much. She hates
She
that
hates
dog.
Lizzie. I know.
Oh, like her hatred for that dog is palpable.
I know.
I'm always like, girl, tone it down a little bit. You're in his house.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but
Oh,
yes.
yeah, she's a horrible dog. I'm not at all blaming Sophie. She should hate that dog, but you're in somebody else's house. You just gotta have to
Yes.
deal with their annoying dog.
Right, exactly.
Oh,
I
and
know,
now
I've
she's
tried to
gonna
prep
bring
her.
all of her teenage friends there.
Yeah, the good news is
Okay.
that Lizzie's afraid of going downstairs and they're going to sleep in the basement. So
Oh, perfect.
it'll be
Perfect.
fine. Just
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen during the party.
Yeah, what does she want the party to be? It's all very interesting to me.
Oh, it's like a wedding. Have you heard
Yeah.
what 16
Yeah,
sweet
apparently
16s
now
are
they
like
have
right
like
now?
this big
She went to a sweet 16 the other night
mm,
where she had to buy a new dress because they needed a pink dress.
mm.
And she had to buy silky pajamas for the slumber party because
Oh my god.
the host wanted silky pink pajamas.
Shut up.
And then she bought a present for her.
Oh my gosh.
was
It
like,
is like a
This
wedding.
is like a bridal, like a bachelorette weekend.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
That is crazy.
And then when I said it was crazy, her and Nora were like, "Mom, you're being such a hater." I'm like, I'm just in shock. I'm not dissing it. I'm just saying like, wow,
Oh,
I can't believe you're buying a second outfit basically.
right.
Seems
To
a bit
go
much.
to a sleepover.
Right.
Well, and here's the funny part is I can remember being younger and a teenager and thinking, what age do you become out of touch with stuff? Because at the time, the things that mom would like throw fits about, I'm thinking that's totally like ridiculous that you would even think that's weird. And now you're there.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm really hoping that by the time Macy James is 16 and going through all of this, I mean, chances are the world will be done, but one could hope. No, I'm kidding.
Womp
That's a
womp.
morbid thought. But I'm just thinking maybe like the full like hippy dippy scene will come back around.
Yeah.
Because everything's very
Real
cyclical.
chill.
So it'll be like all granola and it's like, we're just going to do yoga for my birthday. I'm like, yes, girl, high five. Or
Yeah.
I mean, namaste. I'll get on board as long as we're not paying a bunch of money.
Right. Get a couple yoga mats done. Perfect.
Perfect.
No, she wants to have a bouquet bar where I have a bunch
You
of.
can't say that when I've got a full mouth of wine. What in the hell is a bouquet bar?
Where we're going to have lots of different flowers and people can
Okay.
come up and make their own bouquet.
Oh my gosh.
As their
What kind of
party
music's
favor?
going to be playing when this is happening? I feel like this is a cult or
I
something.
don't know. I told her she needed to make her own playlist on Apple Music so that.
Like, do you get to talk while you're doing it, or is it like very like a
Yes.
ceremony?
Yes, it's just like a little
Chill.
Oh, I
Let's
think I'll go
just
make
all
a
make
bouquet
it
right now.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah. And then we're gonna have Jimmy John's. I'm like, do you want me to make it like nicer food?
How do those two things even go
I know.
together?
I was like, what if we had a pasta bar and I made like a bunch of different pastas?
Oh, that's a great
I
idea.
know. She was like, Mom, I think that'd be a little messy. I was like,
Mm.
oh, well, okay. I'm really confused on the vibe here.
Okay, everybody be delicate. Put your little breath, like what is it? What is
Baby's
that?
breath.
Baby's breath in, and now eat your foot long.
It's so bizarre to me, but I'm like, you're loving it. It's fine. I'm trying to.
Oh my
I keep thinking
gosh.
it's cheaper than taking her on a trip,
That's true.
which was discussed.
Mhm, especially now they got that great 95% off deal.
I know, for real.
Right?
So, I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, yeah. But you just, it's one birthday.
It's one birthday, and
Gonna
we don't
ride it
do
out.
birthdays real big here.
Mhm.
So usually we just have a sleepover. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, we can have one. I am going to have a little breakfast. Lots of bars here. We're going to have a breakfast granola bar,
Cute.
like a yogurt parfait bar.
Okay, that's really cute.
And I'm going to make sourdough pancakes for all the girls who spend the night.
So cute. Now, see that I can get on board.
Right.
A normal fun breakfast bar, I'm down with.
Yeah.
A bouquet, I
Don't
feel
you
like
say anything to her. You'll
oh,
be a
I
hater.
wouldn't say a word, but I'll tell you right now, my best friend Emily and I would have gone to a party like that, and it would have been real hard not to make fun of it. And we probably wouldn't have succeeded in not making fun of it.
I know.
So I just hope that her friends aren't like me.
I think all of her friends are on board.
Oh, good. Okay, good. I hope they're all bougie AF, but they love
feel very
footlongs
bougie.
with
That's-
lots of pastrami.
I know. I'm so confused about the
so
food.
weird.
Doesn't a pasta bar sound more elegant?
It does. It sounds absolutely more elegant than Jimmy John's. I mean, even the name
Jimmy
Jones.
Jimmy John's. And
Also,
what do we have?
does she
Potato
know
chips?
that? Like, I think we're supposed to hate Jimmy John's, right? Although I don't.
Oh.
I love Jimmy John's. I know we're supposed to.
He
But
like
didn't he like kill a bunch of loves to go to Africa to kill?
yeah, he does like the game
Ugh.
for
Like,
pay
come
or something. Like he
on.
pays to kill a giraffe or something awful.
Get a life.
Get a life for real.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not for killing any animal. Like, I think hunting is weird. But if you're gonna hunt,
Go hunt.
Go hunt
For the sport of hunt.
don't pay somebody. That
A
is like
tour guide to go
that's
find.
the most
Ugh.
loser thing I've
It
ever
really is.
heard of.
Like your penis is probably smaller than that Trump
I
doll's.
cannot imagine. I cannot imagine the size of that penis. It is
Introverted
smaller.
in this.
Yes. I mean, there's just no, that is like the biggest sign of like, I'm very insecure about everything.
Right.
And I want to show you I've got a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. So there's my elephant in the corner.
Literally. And I would not be impressed. If I walked in,
No.
I would be
The
like,
ick.
ew.
The ick would be
Ew.
palpable.
Yes. I don't
Mm-mm.
even like seeing, sorry, Mike,
Any
I'm thinking
penises.
about you. Not a penis. Whoa.
I didn't know where you were headed.
I don't like seeing even deer or like antlers or anything.
Hold on. Hold on. I got to make sure my bladder is in control because I didn't realize that you said Mike's name until you said, whoa. I was like, what? You don't normally react. And I thought, what did she say? Oh, Mike.
I said,
Mike,
I'm
our
thinking
listener-
about you, Mike, and you went penis.
Paula, watch your man, girl. Watch your man.
Because Megan's coming after him. I said, Mike, she
You're the
said
one bringing
penis.
him up. Right?
I
We're
don't know.
talking about penises.
I don't know. I'm just saying, I know a lot of people hunt. I'm not trying to shame you for hunting as long as you're going out and you're doing it yourself. But also, I don't really want to see it.
Right. Don't show me those on Facebook, like pictures
I know.
of dead animals.
Ugh.
No,
Yeah.
thank you.
And listen, I lived in Owensboro and I've had deer sausage and it's not as good.
Say it. Say it loud.
I do not like it.
Yeah.
It's like, ugh. It's,
I'll eat it.
I'll
It's
eat
not
it
like I'm
if
going
I have to.
like, oh my gosh, no, I only have to eat processed meat from Kroger. No, I get it. Like that's if you need to, if it's there, if you're hunting, but you're not going to pay a tour guide to go out there and get big game
Right.
animal
Right.
that's a giraffe. Who needs to kill a giraffe?
I know they're so pretty with
Get
their big
outta
long
here.
necks and eyelashes.
Oh my gosh.
I started watching White Lotus.
What do you think?
I'm loving it so far.
Yep, so far.
It's got Lucius Malfoy, the dad from Draco Malfoy, Harry Potter.
What are you talking about? I don't even know who you're talking about. But okay, everything I love.
Okay.
Parker Posey's accent.
Yeah, her husband, who also has a terrible accent,
Like,
is Lucius Malfoy.
Oh, okay. Okay, he did look familiar to me. I just didn't know why. But what are we doing here, Parker?
I know. My little friend group chat, that's all we're talking about. We're like, where do they think they're from?
Yeah, because I've never heard an accent like that.
I know, and none of their kids have an accent.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
It's like they're trying to do like rich person, Southern rich person. And I'm like,
right. But
I don't know if you've
right.
ever met anybody that speaks like that ever.
Yeah, it's not right.
Nope, something's way off. And I love Parker Posey. She's one of my favorites. So I'm like, girl, come on.
Yeah. Do they
Step
both
back.
like maybe they thought they were ridiculous, so then they went like kind of Moira with it, just like we'll
They
just
were
make this
doing
ridiculous.
something.
Because none of the kids have an accent. Like I
Mhm.
think I could ignore. I think I could get over it if the kids had
If they
at
all
least a
sounded
slight
alike.
accent. But it's
Right.
like y'all are not from the same spot,
Right, right.
and nobody knows where that spot is. So I don't know, but I'm liking it. I've only watched the first episode,
Yep.
and I watched Yellow Jackets, which is also getting as weird as Severance is.
Yellow Jackets.
We had a talking llama
gosh.
last night.
Oh my gosh, I gave up on that show so long. I think it got real weird. Season 1, like episode 1.
I love it.
I know
love
you do.
it. I think it's because I love Melanie Linsky so much.
I do like her a lot, but
She's
not
like
in this one.
my favorite.
Yeah, she's great.
And she's married to Jason Ritter.
I know, that's so cute. They're a great little couple.
And they're so cute. They're so cute. So, yeah, I just love it. I'm going to watch it forever.
Well, I watched your recommendation, The Gorge.
Did you like it?
I didn't love it, but
Aw.
guess who did? James.
Okay, good.
I mean, he laughed through a lot of it and was like, "This is ridiculous." And I
oh,
was like,
yeah, it's
"It is."
ridiculous. The whole thing's ridiculous.
Yeah, and then afterwards, I said something like, "Well, there, Aaron said you'd love it, but you know how Aaron is like, actually, I did love it." I was like,
Good.
"Oh, I can't wait to tell her."
That's right. That's right. Redeemed.
There you go.
Yeah, it was good. It was like silly, frivolous.
Yeah, it was like it was entertaining, but there were so many things that I'm like, we're driving a Jeep up a cliff. How does that actually work? And I mean, I get it, the pulley and all that stuff, but I'm like, I think there were easier ways. I think things could have been different.
I like how they just drove right to the wall.
Yeah, there's a lot of
There was no
driving
like
into things.
There was no
and-
like where are we gonna go? They're like, we'll get to the wall. Boom.
Yeah. There it is. There's the
Okay,
wall
well,
right
that was
there.
So easy.
I did kind of like the concept. Like, I just wish they would have developed it a little bit more. The storyline could have gone
Yeah.
less corny and gotten real creepy, but they
Yeah.
kind of went corny with it.
I was pretty creeped out.
Were you
Yeah,
like with the like tree soldiers?
I get real jump scary. I like a jump scare. It
Yeah.
scares me.
Yeah, but then when I'd see it, I'm like, oh gosh, please, you look like a twig. I could snap you.
Oh, they did not look snappable.
They all look snappable. You'll go watch it. Let me know. Oh, Birdie's watching Lovecraft Country. I'm so
That's
excited.
So exciting.
I also feel like an idiot because movie night, we started talking to all the Patreons about Lovecraft Country. If you haven't seen it, it is amazing. Hands down, one of my favorite shows. I need to go back and watch it. And then that was on Thursday that I recommended it to everybody. And then I think it was like Saturday night, I get a DM from Birdie and she's like, what the fuck is up with these monsters? And I'm like, what monsters? I need contacts. What are you talking about? She's like, when the police come. I had no idea she was talking about Lovecraft Country. I'm like, Birdie, are you okay? Like, what is going on in your world? Because I don't know what monsters we're talking about. And then she's like, girl, you just recommended Lovecraft Country like 2 nights ago. I'm like, oh, yeah. Whoopsie daisy. I had a little bit to drink that night.
Oh yeah, context clues are helpful.
They do. They help a little.
Yeah. I think that's all I have to report. I haven't really read anything new. Watching those shows.
Have you heard any new podcasts? I feel like there was one that people were talking about for a while, and I cannot for the life of me think of the name, but I need a new podcast. I mean, this one's lovely, but only hear yourself talk for so long before.
I haven't really started any new podcasts.
Yeah. If anybody out there has a good podcast, send it our way.
Yeah.
On that note. All right. So I'm so excited for my story tonight. It is a UFO. Not the kind where I cannot explain to you
Okay.
what it is, but an actual UFO.
Ooh, it's been a really long time since we've had a UFO.
Oh, it has been. And this is from a new listener.
Oh, mine's from a new listener too.
Well, hey, there we go. Love when we're getting new listeners.
Yeah, for real.
Hey there. I'm a new listener, so I'm not sure if this is the kind of story you're looking for. Oh, it is. It is.
Okay.
But I wanted to share something that's been on my mind for a while. I'd like to stay anonymous because, well, I don't want people to think I'm crazy.
Oh.
I've had a few strange sightings over the years, but the one that really sticks with me happened about 2 years ago. I was driving home late at night on a quiet back road. No street lights, no trees on either side. Out of nowhere, I saw this bright light hovering above the treetops. At
Oh,
first, I thought, and it's just hovering.
yeah.
It's not moving. At first, I thought it was a low-flying plane, but it wasn't moving like one. It stayed in place for what felt like a full minute before suddenly darting to the left way too fast for any aircraft I know of.
Oh my gosh.
Then, just as quickly, it shot straight up into the sky and disappeared. No sound, no trail, just gone.
Oh, wow.
That is so creepy.
Yeah.
That alone was strange enough, but what really unsettled me was that what happened after. When I finally got home, I realized I was later than I should have been by almost an hour.
Oh my gosh.
That is so creepy.
Yeah, it is.
I don't remember stopping anywhere, and the drive should have only taken about 20 minutes. But when I checked the clock, the time just didn't add up. Over the next few days, I felt off, like I was jet lagged, but I hadn't gone anywhere.
Oh,
I had-
I hope.
Oh, that's true. I didn't even think about that. I just
Yeah.
thought the feeling of jet lag.
Mm.
Ooh, because like, what if you traveled light years?
Yeah, I'd be
You'd
super jet
really
lagged.
jet lagged. That's crazy. I had weird dreams too, flashes of bright lights and strange shapes that didn't make sense.
Oh, girl.
No, you think maybe.
I think he was taken.
Uh-huh. I told myself I was just overthinking it, but that's a lot to overthink. But I couldn't shake the feeling that something had happened in that missing time.
Mm.
And then, about 6 months later, I saw something similar.
She was pregnant.
Oh my gosh, 6 months.
Oh,
I guess I could speed things up, maybe.
yeah. Who knows the gestation of an alien?
Who knows? This listener does not know either. That's
Oh,
not
okay.
the way this goes.
That's not how that goes? Okay.
Good guess,
Took a
though.
guess.
Good
Okay.
guess. Okay. This time, it was just a flash of light in the sky, zigzagging in a way that defied logic.
Ooh.
I pulled over and watched, but within seconds, it vanished. I don't know what I saw, and I'm not saying it was aliens, but I also can't explain it. I've never been the type to believe in UFOs. I am, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
But after those nights, I'm not sure anymore. Anyway, thanks for reading. I'd love to know if anyone else out there has experienced something like this. Maybe I'm not as alone as I think I am.
No way.
Oh, you're definitely not alone.
I think it's so interesting how you hear about stories where you see, like, you have one encounter
Mhm.
and then, like, suddenly you have more. So
Mhm.
is it like that phenomenon where you think about a red car and then all you see is red cars?
Yeah, yeah.
Is it like, oh, I think I saw an alien. Oh, I think I've seen him everywhere. Or is
Right.
it like, oh, we've marked you somehow. We're going to come back and check on you.
One will never know except for they will know.
Yeah, it's spooky.
Ooh. Yeah, just the whole idea. I definitely think that there are aliens out there.
Mhm.
And I definitely don't mind that there are aliens out there.
Yeah.
I just wish I knew intent.
yeah.
Like, do you want to, are you just curious?
yeah. Is this like your zoo?
Right. Do you want to just like peek in on us? And that's a thought. Peek in and just see what we're all about and like, oh,
Right.
Or are you like, I'm going to take over your world?
Right.
Or
I don't
you're
want
like,
that.
you all are horrible. I've seen what you've done. Come on. It's time. It's time to go.
If they were, no, I don't want to take that away. Would you ever want to see your own UFO?
Oh, would I want to see a UFO?
Yeah, not
What do
no.
you mean my own UFO?
Like, I mean, like, would you want an encounter yourself?
Yeah, absolutely.
Even if you didn't know the intent?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
For sure.
I'd be so scared.
It would
It'd
be terrifying.
So exciting, though.
But it would be so exciting.
Yeah,
Could you imagine?
I think I'd be down for it too.
It'd be amazing. And it's just the universe is so vast, and just our universe.
It is wildly huge.
Yeah. Have you ever seen like those like that video where it shows you like within relation of what everything is and how much things fit into different places? It's
Yeah.
mind blowing.
It is mind blowing.
Yeah. So it also makes me think that we're just who's on the who, like on the
Right.
little the Lorax.
Exactly.
Is it the Lorax? No.
Well, no, it's from
what is that?
Horton Hears a Who.
Yeah, Horton Hears a Who. I feel like we're just
Yeah.
we're a little like pile of dust floating in the air.
I know. We like truly are.
I really think we are.
And we have all this drama. I'm like, calm down.
Like, calm down. We're just dust. Everybody chill the fuck
It's not
out.
that serious.
Let's all just be nice.
Yeah, but then you like zone
But
back in. You're like,
also-
it's really serious. Everything's really scary, actually.
yeah, yeah, right. Oh my gosh. And by be nice, I mean be equitable and fair and accepting
Better.
and just be better individuals.
Be better.
Golly, the state that we have found ourselves in. And on that note,
Okay, I'm going to read a story also from a new listener.
I love it.
Hey, sisters, I just found your podcast last week and I'm obsessed. I've been binging episodes nonstop to catch up, and I love how you mix comedy with the paranormal. Seriously, you guys have me cracking up at work. People probably think I've lost it.
Oh, well, that's a high compliment.
Right? Speaking of creepy, I have a story that I've never been able to explain, and I figured you might appreciate it. It happened a few years ago when I was house sitting for a friend. They live in an older house, the kind that just has enough creaks and weird noises to make you second guess everything. One night, I was in the living room watching TV when I heard what sounded like footsteps upstairs. I knew I was alone. I had checked all the doors before settling in, but these weren't just random old house noises. They were distinct, deliberate footsteps. Slow, heavy, like someone was walking around up there.
Ew, that's creepy.
I muted the TV, and as soon as I did, the footsteps stopped. The silence was worse. I was just sitting there holding my breath, waiting. Then, clear as day, I heard a door creak open upstairs. At that point, I had convinced myself someone had broken in. I grabbed my phone and a heavy fireplace poker because, you know, I'm clearly a horror movie genius.
That's right. Fuck around and find out.
That's right. And crept toward the staircase. I was about halfway up when I heard something that gave me the chills. A whisper right behind me.
Oh, hell no. I'd whip that poker stick around.
I know. It was a woman's voice, soft and breathy, and it said, "Don't go up there."
Shut up.
Shut up. That gave me chills when I read it.
My leg hair just grew a little bit and my butthole clenched all at the same time. Just what happens to me when things get
For real.
So behind them.
Right. Don't go up there.
Don't go up there.
Oh, that is so scary.
Okay. Very cinematic.
Okay. I whipped around. No one was there. The room was empty. My heart was pounding and I was trying to rationalize it. Maybe I imagined it. Maybe it was the wind. But
or
then
your intuition.
Oh, well. But then upstairs, one of the bedroom doors slammed shut.
Oh, shit.
Hard enough to shake the walls. That was it. I grabbed my stuff and got out of there as fast as I could. I ran outside and called the cops. They came, searched the house top to bottom, and found nothing.
Oh, wow.
Every door and window was still locked from the inside. No signs of forced entry, no intruder, nothing. I never stayed at that house again. My friend thinks it was just the house settling, but I know what I heard. And I know something up there did not want me to go upstairs. Actually, I think something up there wanted her to go upstairs.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It sounds like if I were a believer,
okay,
I would say there were two like entities battling with one another, and one's warning you, don't do that. Don't go up there.
Right. They want you to go up there.
Because they want you to go up there, and there's evil waiting for you.
Oh, that's horrible.
But if I weren't a believer, which I'm not, I would say that was your intuition saying, don't go up there because there is someone up there ready to hurt you.
Except that the police checked it out and they found nothing.
People can get away in the time span that it takes the police to get there. Out the window.
Anyway, just thought I'd share. Keep up the amazing work on the podcast. I'm loving every spooky, hilarious second of it. Can't wait to hear more, Sasha.
Oh, Sasha, thank you so much for writing in. How creepy.
That is truly very spooky.
Ooh, it is very, very spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Go ahead.
I just really feel like that one's. I mean, there is definitely something upstairs. Undeniable. I like your explanation of intuition, but there's a difference in hearing something in your head and feeling that whispery, breathy voice.
Yes, I'll say that. But if you're already heightened and you're already on alert and you're very scared, and maybe like, have you ever been so scared that it's like pounding in your ears?
Yeah.
And so you're a little disoriented. It's like something is going to be so wrong. And then something is telling you, because you're going up there to see it. You're like traveling towards what is wrong.
Right.
And inside you is your instinct going, absolutely not. Do not do this.
Yeah.
And so you hear that voice and you've got this boom, boom, boom pounding in your head already. You could mistake that for a sound outside of your head.
I don't know, maybe. I mean, we all know what I think because they didn't find anybody upstairs and they heard what they heard. But I will say that that's not the worst excuse you've ever given.
Oh, well, thank you. I feel like I've done that a million times, and every time you're like, that's so stupid, Megan.
No, that was better. The way you said it this time was better.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm getting better. Getting like a fine wine, some would say.
This story reminded me of when I was like a teenager. I was probably about 14, and I was house sitting for a neighbor across, like in our neighborhood, but like on the very farthest side from us.
Uh-huh.
So I just had to go like twice a day and make sure the cat was fed and change her litter box.
I thought you said babysitting for a minute. I'm like, what kind of weird people make you go babysit twice a day?
No,
Okay, I got you.
cat sitting. I was just cat sitting, and
Was it with that weird fucking cat?
yeah, it was with the weirdest
Oh
cat I've
my
ever seen.
gosh. That is probably why we don't like cats.
I was just about to say, it's probably like my origin story for weird. Actually, that's not true because I kind of was endeared by this cat. This cat was like a long-haired cat
mangy.
who was balding everywhere. So she had like
Yeah.
some really long patches of hair and then just bald in other patches.
It looked like a cartoon, like
it was
those
so
cartoons
bizarre.
where the cat's like, "Farr," and like all the hair goes standing at the
yeah, it
end.
has like exclamation points over its head.
Yes, that's the exact cat I'm
It also
picturing.
had one eye.
Yeah, but I'm like, but also mangled a lot.
It was in rough shape. I'm like,
Oh.
why do you even care that I'm taking care of it? Like, clearly you've been trying to kill it. It was the scariest looking cat, but
Oh
it
my
was
gosh.
sweet. It would come out and I actually did kind of like that cat after a while. But they had some cars. This was weird. I was house sitting for like a week, maybe even longer.
Mhm.
And there were cars in the driveway that would move. I was like, what?
Well, yeah,
Why are
that's
people moving?
weird.
Things would move inside the house. Like I'd be like,
What?
I really think this chair was here.
That's so weird, Aaron.
It like that happened like the first 3 or 4 times, and then like the 5th day or something, like the day I think they were going to come back, I was home. I went over there. I let the cat out. I was hanging out with the cat for a minute, or did whatever I had to do with the cat. I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
I mean, I would say poke it with a stick. That thing was scary looking.
She was moving. She was mobile-ish.
Oh, was she?
But then I heard something scrape across upstairs. Like somebody was clearly in the house with me,
Mm-mm.
and I don't know if it was like their adult children who had come by. But I'm like, why didn't you have them cat sit?
Right.
It was
Or
real
why wouldn't
creepy.
you tell me?
Right. So I was like, okay, you're fine. You've got food. And then I left. I didn't go back.
You're going to die any day anyway.
Right. I'm surprised you're still here. It was very scary. But yeah, I had to just go with it.
Yeah, that is super creepy. Oh man, and Sasha's story is very creepy. I just think it was probably either somebody that was really up there or house settling and then like wind blowing in the door, like
Windows are closed and locked from the inside.
wind can blow from other places than just the window.
How? What wind?
Air conditioner can come on.
Whatever.
Anyway, I'm just saying, really
I've never
light
had the
doors.
air conditioner slam.
Light. Your doors are of quality, high quality.
Slam my door. No, thank you.
Or, okay, I'll do it. I'll go OG squatter.
Yeah, but they went up and they looked everywhere.
Did they look in the attic? Did they think to make them go look
They
in the attic?
better look in the attic.
Ask Sasha. Tell Sasha to get back with us. Did they look all the way up in the attic?
If you are sending the cops in, you better be searching every inch.
Mm-hmm.
I don't call the cops lightly. I used to
I'm gonna tell you
because
what,
I
they're not going to go
love
all the way up
gossip.
in the attic.
Whatever.
Did you say you used to call the cops all the time because you
Not all the
loved
time.
gossip?
Not all the time. But one time I
Aaron,
called
this
the
doesn't
cops.
sound. This does not sound very ethical.
No, it was
Other
before I
people
knew better.
need 911.
No, I just called. Like I'm like, oh, that sounds suspicious, and I would call. It was probably
Okay,
helpful.
Hold on. This is something I never knew about you.
I think we should probably cut this.
Let's talk about what age.
Right.
What age were you?
No, I was a young adult.
Oh, nope. See, I was thinking you were going to say like a teenager, a
No.
young adult, like living, like were you? Did you have
Okay,
a
wait a
baby
minute.
yet?
No. Oh yeah, one time I did. First time I was thinking I
We are
called.
not cutting any of this. I love
The
it.
first time I thought I called, but now that I'm thinking about it, I just got back to Kevin's apartment and there were cops all over,
Oh,
and they like kept like they were down in the parking lot, and I was like, well, this is weird. And then I went up to my apartment, well, his apartment. We were living in Sin, and
happily.
I like heard big fighting inside,
Ooh.
and then the cops came running up, and then there
In
was like
your apartment, you heard fighting?
not in my apartment, right across.
Such a bad listener.
And then, and then I like got inside real quick. 'Cause I was like, oh my gosh. And then I just looked from my peephole the whole time.
Well, yeah.
And they were like hog tying some guy. 'Cause
oh my
I think he was
gosh. Because he
not-
was on drugs? Is that what you said?
I think he was not treating the lady who lived there very nicely.
Well, good for them.
I know.
Get him.
And then the other time I called the cops one time because I heard what years later sounded like another big fight. And I'm not going to just sit there and let that happen.
No, okay. I'm
So-
with you on that.
So I called the cops. Now this is the part that Kevin makes fun of me. I had gotten out of my bedroom to go make popcorn.
Okay.
And that's when I heard something, and all my kids were asleep. And so I went with my popcorn, and I looked out the windows after I called the cops. And Kevin's like, "You are the nosiest neighbor." I'm like, I was already going to make popcorn. Like, that was already in the plan.
Listen, I started making that popcorn as soon as I heard them fighting.
No.
Way before I decided to call the police.
It was
okay.
I started before I knew anything was going down. It was when I got up that I heard something. So, yes, I called the cops, and they did.
And I happened to be eating popcorn while watching them
squat.
go to the house.
Yeah, no, they knocked on the door and then left. I'm like, oh, go into that house.
Yeah,
like, it was
absolutely.
scary sounding, but whatever. Nothing came of it. So,
I mean, I've called the police when I've thought there was an emergency. That's not like hearing sounds in your own house.
no. I've never called from my own house.
Oh, well, then that you made that sound like I thought I was going to get to. I knew about all those stories.
Okay.
I thought I was about to get some insider tea that I'd never heard, which was going to also a little piss me off. Because I'm like, how come you've never shared this with me? That you used to like just hear a sound and call the police
No, I don't think I've ever called the cops from like my own house.
for your own safety.
Now, I did call you one time because
Yeah.
I
remember.
thought somebody was
had
like,
broken into your house.
yeah. Oh, I did call the cops for that one. I did call the cops that one time that that door was busted open.
Listen, here's what I'm going to say. I don't think you should feel bad for any of that. That's what the police are there for.
Yeah.
If you feel like someone's inside your house, always call the police.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's not a nuisance. If you really truly think,
I don't think I said it was a nuisance. I'm just saying.
Maybe you kind of like, oh, I feel bad about this.
I'm saying if you're going to call the cops, they should look thoroughly.
Oh, sure. Yeah, put it back on them.
Including
we should
the
always
attic.
put it back on
We should 100% always put it back on them.
them.
They've had a pretty easy ride for a lot of it,
Shitty
but we're just
road,
gonna
yeah.
we're just gonna sail past it because we're not a political podcast, even though everything in my brain is political all the time now. Trying to hold it back for you.
Right? We are all trying.
All right, everybody, we have a fan favorite this week.
Yeah, actually, your pick this week.
My pick. We're gonna pick my all-time favorite teacher.
Oh, that's great.
It's Nixby.
Hi, Nixby. And Nixby, I run into Nixby all the time, which I think is so
I'm
funny.
so jealous. I haven't seen her since my wedding.
Yeah.
That's almost 20 years.
I ran into her about, I guess it was December at Patrick's.
I know. She sent me a picture of you and her. I was like, "You jerk."
And listen, we have a fun crew, but I think that the crew she works with is even more fun because they were having their work party
Yeah.
and they brought like trophies. In fact, they were having so much fun. I don't know if like my boss was having too much fun or their boss was. Anyway, somehow my boss ended up with one of their trophies and it's on her desk and it's still up above. It's a bowling trophy. And she talks about it all the time. She's like, well, I have a trophy for bowling.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, but she really got it in a drunken mess at Patrick's. It
That's
was
hilarious. Well, Nixby, she was our ECE teacher when I was in high school. So this was over 20 years ago. I just went in and was like one of the aides. They had a lot of student aides who would go in there and work with the other students. And it was I loved it. I really loved it. I almost went into like special education as what I went to teach. But then there was a lot of paperwork. So I went with art instead.
Boy, that was the right call for you. I'm just going to say.
I know. I can't handle
Now,
all
listen,
that.
your heart would have been great with all the kids, but the amount of paperwork, girl, I would have never heard the end of it.
No, it would have been horrible for everybody involved. I mean, not for the kids in the class.
No,
they
the
would have
kids
loved
been
it.
great. That the relationships would have been there. That would have been golden.
Yeah.
Just the time it would have taken to do
Yeah.
everything else.
I'm not into all that, but it takes a very special person to do it. And Nixby is incredible. She is. I mean, I'm so lucky that I got to know her at all.
Yeah, Nixby, if you ever need a job, come out my way. I'll poach her up.
Yeah, I love her. So, anyways, she and her husband, who was also my geography teacher, who I also loved, he was maybe second favorite.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, way to save that.
And then he went on to be a principal, like very successful.
Nice.
She reached out the other day to tell me that her and Michael, which sounds weird calling either of them by their first name, but whatever, have started a little group. Sorry, I'm just going to read from her point of view. So Michael and I started a little group last week. I thought we'd scrape 8 to 10 people together, but 30 showed up to the first meeting, and close to 100 have reached out since. Our next meeting is March 15th at 2 p.m. at St. James Episcopal in Pee Wee Valley. So if you are local, the group is the Kentucky Citizens for Democracy.
I love that.
I know, which, it's so funny because when you have a student-teacher relationship, I didn't know what her political affiliations were. I don't know that. She hasn't posted that where I would have seen it. So you never know. I wasn't like sitting out there wondering, I wonder what Miss Slider is thinking. I wasn't doing that. But to have just somebody that you already love and respect reach out and be like, oh, good, we're on the
Yeah.
same page.
Oh, thank goodness. Validation.
It's so nice. So their next areas of concerns, it says, we are struggling with overwhelm from the flooding of information and alerts in many directions of our government and our communities.
Amen to that.
Here,
Phew.
right? Here is a place to clarify and to update as needed. This page is a work in progress, and all our editors and are encouraged to edit this document and slides as we learn of ways to support the cause. So it just goes through like different things that's going on, things you should know, bills that are
Wow.
trying to be passed, what you can do to help, what you can do to oppose things.
Oh, that's great.
And then they've got a monthly meeting. So I think I'm going to go in
I'll
March.
go with you. I will, because I just thought the other day, I was like, I want protest buddies.
Yeah.
Like, we need to start gathering people up, and we need to start going to the right protests.
Yeah. I just can't not do anything anymore.
Me either. I know. I had my moment where it was like depressed.
It
And
feels
now
very
I'm like,
overwhelming.
It feels very overwhelming. It feels like David and Goliath.
Mm-hmm.
But we also know how that story ends.
Good point. Good
Do
point.
I believe that it ever happened? Well, that's a moot point. But anyway, we know how that story, it's a great story, and we
Yeah.
know how that ends. So anyway, my whole point being, it's time. Let's do some things.
Absolutely. It's time to take action.
I thought, Alexis, you hear me out there. You're my protest buddy. I'm going to gather you up, Crystal.
Yeah.
Like just
Oh,
people
yeah.
that I know, that Emily, I know people that we've protested with before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, let's get a little protest group together. Sounds
Yeah.
like Nixby might be your meetings monthly where we meet and talk it all out.
Yeah. It's time for action. I've spent the last month just feeling awful and weird and,
Mhm.
and like,
And I bet you know what will
like
make
I'm
us feel better?
floating. What?
Mobilizing and start
Exactly.
doing things.
Yeah.
So it's time, people.
That's right. So we're ready to take action. I'm going to join this meeting.
Yep, I'll be with you.
Awesome. I love it. Let's make some changes for the better. And
Mhm.
we do not need a king. That's
Oh,
not where we're at.
gosh. And if we did, it would not be you, sir.
No.
Step down and step aside.
Ugh, gross. Okay, so anyways, on a much lighter note, but thank you so much,
Oh,
Nixby.
yes. Thank you, Nixby. Thank you for all your support. And we look forward to joining you.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for being a fan. And thanks for being an awesome teacher. Okay, if you would like to check out our website, you can go to myskepticalsister.com, where you can find out how to become a Patreon. $3 a month gets you weekly bonus content and a sticker and a magnet. $5 a month gets you all that, plus our monthly movie night. And a free membership gets you some extra bonus content here and there, especially if there's a fifth Wednesday of the month. You can also find out how to contact us from our P.O. box, or you can write in directly on the website. You can also write in at our Gmail at myskepticalsister@gmail.com. You can follow our socials on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You can rate, review, subscribe wherever you listen. That really, really helps us a lot. And, tell your friends about us and try to get some stories in for us. We are in development with merch.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting very close.
It's exciting, though. It's a cute little pocket
Yeah,
right there on where the pocket would be.
Yeah, we're going to have a crew neck sweatshirt. We're going to have a zip-up hoodie.
Nice.
And
I
we're
didn't
gonna-
know about the hoodie. I love a zipped up hoodie.
I know. And we're going to have a t-shirt.
Nice.
They're all going to be the same design. There are little ghosts, and it says My Skeptical Sister Podcast. And we're just deciding on colors of the ink and of the color options you can pick. But I would imagine by the time this comes out, we'll probably have something together. Remember, you order first, then they make the orders, and then we send them out. So it's going to be a little bit of a process. And they're handling everything this time, so they're not coming to us. So we're not dealing with shipping. Thank goodness. So anyways, look for that. It's coming soon, and we're super pumped about it. And we just thank you guys for listening every week. We love you so much. We'll talk to you later.
Bye. Parker Posey. In Parker Posey's language. Whatever that one is.
Oh my gosh. I'll spit out my wine again.
La 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 la.
Someday I'll try defying gravity.
Don't know what that was, Aaron.
Kiss them goodbye, defying gravity.
But whatever it is, you should just not do it anymore.
Okay.
What is it from? What is it from?
It's from Wicked.
Oh my goodness.
That's
okay.
gorgeous.
It was from what?
Wicked.
Oh, okay. Okay.